Hello, Squirrel Tribe. Listen, I don't know if you guys have seen this dumbness that's going around with Cracker Barrel, but I just want to show you quickly on the screen here what Cracker Barrel looks like to you and me and our parents and grandparents and our children and some of our children's children, depending on your age range. This is what Cracker Barrel looks like. This is the logo. This is the front. You got the rocking chairs. It looks like an old country store, as it was designed to do on the outside and the inside. But now this new CEO for Cracker Barrel, bless her heart, bless her ignorant heart. This woman has gone through and decided that what she would like to do is basically bankrupt Cracker Barrel and put it out of business. I truly feel that there are some people in places of power, positions of power, that are only there to sink ships. They are put there like little ticking time bombs to maybe buy the opposition. What's the other word? I can't think of the other word. Think about IHOP, think about Denny's, think about First Watch and all these other places that are popping up. Another Broken Egg, places like that are, when the lines are too long, you go, you know what, I'll just go to Cracker Barrel. People are willing to wait 2 hours for Cracker Barrel, but ain't no way in hell I'm waiting 2 hours for an IHOP pancake, although they are delicious. But this is what they are doing now. This is the new Cracker Barrel logo. Do you see that? Do you see that? Where's the cracker? Where's the barrel? You've taken away the two words in the name. Like, yeah, you still have the words, but you've taken away the two things that if you didn't have the words, you could just look at the picture. Look, you could just look at this picture. Imagine that the words Cracker Barrel were covered up. You would see that old white man in that barrel and your brain would go, oh, like Pictionary, Cracker Barrel. I get it. I fully understand exactly what we're looking at. Well, this woman has gone through, and although DI is gone, in theory, right? This feels very liberal, and I don't know if it is. I have no idea what this woman's political affiliation is. She could be right, she could be left, she could be right down the middle, she could be none of the above. Well, I don't even know what to call that one. The problem here is you have so many people wanting to modernize and gentrify locations, not realizing that they are on the verge of bankrupting the exact same company they're trying to change to keep in existence, right? That's what they say, at least. The funniest thing in the world, I want to show you this because look, y'all know we're not doing edits over here today. So this is the funniest thing in the world to me. I'm going to play this TikTok for you because it is, look, it's not racist at all to want Cracker Barrel to stay the way it is. When I've gone to Cracker Barrel in my entire life, like in South Carolina, I used to go with my Nana and Buddy, and I used to go with my mom, and I go here with my black husband and mixed daughter. And no matter where we've gone, whether it's Florida, South Carolina, Georgia, other states that have it, when we travel, we always go to Cracker Barrel. There are so many black individuals inside Cracker Barrel. You have a lot of people who are like, well, Cracker Barrel is racist. It's for white people. Bullshit. It was made by a white person, okay, but it was designed to remind you of being in an old country store. Do you know who visits old country stores? Black people and white people. Now, I will say, it's not very often I've gone into a Cracker Barrel and been like, oh, look at all the Asians and Hispanics. I don't know what that means. Look at all the Indians. I don't know. I'm just saying it's generally a white and black location, which is what I've noticed. And again, this is not really a race thing, but it does play a little part in this. I think that the whole gentrification of the new Cracker Barrel and taking away the homey, cozy feel of it to turn it into this sterile box of soulless crap has something to do with white people with their whatever guilt that people are carrying around for unknown friggin' reasons. I've never owned a person. I didn't go to a grocery store ever in my life and buy milk, eggs, and come back with a slave. I don't know why this is what we're doing, but listen to this guy because it's absolutely hilarious to me. I want you to hear what he has to say.
Saw something on the internet. Dude said he ate in a remodeled Cracker Barrel and he hated it. And I want to join in on the hate.
Listen.
If the Cracker Barrel don't look like the Jim Crow South, I can't eat there. You got to have the racism aesthetic.
See?
You got to have the rocking chairs and the hint of segregation in the air. If I don't feel like I'm on the set of Sinners, then how do I know I'm in a Cracker Barrel? This is a gentrified Cracker Barrel. They done took all the character out of it. And I know the edges of the pancake ain't burnt. I gotta feel like somebody wants to say, good morning, boy. And I go in with respect.
With respect.
And no respect at all.
And no respect at all.
They want me to work there, but they don't want to pay me ever. And I've got to live there. That's Cracker Barrel's thing. If you take that away, what is it? A Denny's, IHOP, a place I don't want to be at.
Mm-hmm. What's hilarious to me is that you visually saw, you heard him, but you visually saw that is the new Cracker Barrel. That is what they have turned it into. They took it from, look, I have pictures saved because I want to show y'all. They took it from This is what I grew up with. This is what you grew up with in Cracker Barrel. You walked in and it felt homey. You walked in and you said, man, these chicken and dumplings, this fried okra, the apple pie, the banana pudding, the cured ham, the fried chicken livers. It's going to have so much flavor. I just know somebody back there in the kitchen knows how to cook. Now you walk in to whatever this is, and you walk in, you're like, I should have brought my own spices. It's about to be bland as all get up in here. It is crazy to me that the entire basis, this kind of goes along with what we were talking about for channels and stuff on YouTube, also doing that full 180 and people being like, hello? The hell did I just walk into? If you've ever seen Pulp Fiction, just picture John Travolta's character. I think it's Vincent. I think his name is Vincent, where he walks in and what's her face? Uma Thurman is nowhere to be found. He's doing this kind of thing in the house. That's what it feels like to me, seeing what they have done to this Cracker Barrel in general, not just this one. It's all of them. They are taking away your rocking chairs. What happens to the checkers on the cloth little thing, the cloth little table? When they told you it was a 45-minute wait, you're like, well, at least I can go play checkers out front and sit in a rocking chair. And then if you really like the rocking chair, you could buy it and take it home with you. Because you know how many people drive pickup trucks and go to Cracker Barrel? Probably a lot. Then you go in, when you first walk in the store, y'all, look it. I want to show you, because again, they are ruining my childhood. That's what it comes down to. I think that's where my aggravation with the whole thing comes in. They're ruining my childhood. They are taking something and changing it. I'm tired of change. I don't care how Karen I sound. I will change my damn name to Karen if necessary. I am tired of change. I am tired of them taking what works. First, they took Taco Bell. They took McDonald's. They turned all these places that had happy memories and life and personality and ambiance, in a weird way, I guess, and turned it into these sterile boxes that, nobody wants to be at, nobody wants to work at. They brought AI into all of it. They're going to AI the crap out of Cracker Barrel. I bet money they AI the crap out of Cracker Barrel. That's hard to say. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't think they should do it, but I bet you they will. So look, this is the newly remodeled Cracker Barrel walking in. They haven't changed the sign outside yet. So this person's walking in, and there is a sign that's going to be right out there that says, don't mind us, we're blah, 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 blahing. And you walk in, and the store part, technically, I bet you money they change those doors. They're going to put some black doors up there or make them stupid and farmhousey or whatever, but not like the good farmhouse, like the HGTV faking farmhouse. They've changed the interior enough. The walls are just so blah. That's the only word. Blah. They are blah. And at least they still have this. Oh, I saw Rainbow Bright and Care Bears. At least they still have this stuff in there for now. But walking in, when you walk into a Cracker Barrel right now, you feel like you've been transported to Christmas, because the left side, it's always the left side. You walk in and the left side always has something for Christmas over there. It could be the middle of July. There's a Christmas tree for sale over there. You walk in February, there's probably something Halloweenish hidden in one corner. You can go buy every cowgirl looking thing you've ever seen in your life, something that looks like it should be at Talbot's also. Then you can go find all these jars of candy that you haven't had in forever. The little sugar rock thingies, whatever they're called. You can get the Charleston Chews. You can get the little cow tail thingies. You got Laffy Taffies. You have bags of candy at your disposal. They have cups and mugs and all kinds of stuff. And they're going to turn it into some bullshit that nobody's going to want to go to. Here's the thing. Cracker Barrel is Cracker Barrel. That's all. That, you know exactly what I mean when I say it that way. I go there because I want what feels like my Nana's cooking. Where else do you go for that? Where else do you go for Mama's French toast? You can go for French toast somewhere, but Mama didn't make it. I don't want that shit. I want Mama's French toast. I want Grandma's pancakes. I want chicken and dumplings. I want fried okra and coleslaw and the chicken livers. I do like chicken livers. There's something weird about me. I'll blame it on being white from South Carolina. It's fine. I want those things. I want the homemade sweet tea. Sure, it's the same sweet tea at like Chick-fil-A and Zaxby's, but it's not the same sweet tea because it wasn't made at Cracker Barrel. Like, Cracker Barrel is its own thing. But here's what's crazy. This woman who has decided to make all these changes and then went on like USA Today or some talk show thingy-majiggy to talk about it. She's so proud of herself and everything that she's doing for all these changes. And it's like, the owner, this is her. I hate the fact that she kind of looks at me right now. Kind of blonde, definitely white. This is her. She's not even old enough to make this decision. The only person who should be able to change a Cracker Barrel needs to be pushing 90. It needs to be somebody who's gone, you know what? Cracker Barrel's been this way since I was born. Time for a revamp. But even then they would not revamp it into this modernized, sterile that they're doing. So look. It says Cracker Barrel debuted its new logo on Tuesday, removing the man resting on a barrel and leaving only the name of the restaurant serving Southern style comfort food. Southern style comfort food. What is comforting about anything that they have turned this Cracker Barrel into? Listen, look. Cracker Barrel said the new logo is, these are their words, now rooted even more closely to the iconic barrel shape and word mark that started it all. Bullshit. Who are you trying to convince? Because what? Little line. But okay, look. The woman who's making all these changes, again, she's an idiot. This is the man who pioneered Cracker Barrel. This is the man who started Cracker Barrel. And he himself, Dan Evans, he wanted it to recreate the look and feel of traditional country stores. It's supposed to look a little old and cluttered, not sterile and white and gray and with perfectly positioned basic bullshit pictures on the wall and whatever else. The best part about going into Cracker Barrel is while you're playing that little peg game, whatever it's called, the whatever, playing that with the lantern that obviously doesn't work because it needs gas and the light, and that's not safe for business. But that on the edge of the table is staring at everything on the wall going, that horse thingy, if it falls off, it's going to decapitate someone. You know those things that you put behind the horse and you drag it through the ground to till the whatever? I've seen one of those on the wall and I'm thinking to myself, that's probably not safe, but at no point in time did I think to myself, take it down, because I like living on the edge. I like the vibe of this could be detrimental to your health while you're in there. Listen, I'm very upset about this. I don't know if you can tell. And there will be people who go, ma'am, it's just a restaurant. You know what? Kiss my ass. It is Cracker Barrel. It is Cracker damn Barrel. And they are effing with it. And the problem here is, listen. Let me show you the problem. You ready for this? This is the problem. This is what they've done to themselves. Do you see the massive drop? Cracker Barrel is down over 14% today and down over 58% over the last 5 years. Those 5 years are when they went woke and integrated DEI. So 58% over 5 years, but in one day from making a change, an extra 14%. That should tell you everything you need to know. If in one day you can lose 14%, you're heading in the wrong direction, boo-boo. Because you know who does not give a single shit about dumplings and fried okra and mama's French toast, generally speaking? 17-year-olds. They don't give a shit. You know what I mean? So it's either, I understand they're doing this in hopes of bringing in the young crowd who likes the sterile whatever. But if they really want to do that, they need to put some bright lights and like a grass wall up and then a light that says, like feed me French toast and call me pretty, and places where these little TikTokers can go in there and record a video. There's nothing appealing in that place now. You've now alienated the old folks like me and everybody else above me, and you've alienated the kids who wanted to go in there and record stuff of, oh, look how old timey this is. And now it's just, look how doctor's office, barren this is. Nobody wants this. These people have lost their effing minds. I'm going to go to Cracker Barrel. I'm going to go to a new one just to sit in there like this the whole time. Because I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it at all. I think it's stupid. They need to change it back. I feel like we should start a petition to bring back the racism. Listen, that is still the funniest part to me, because I will see more black people inside a Cracker Barrel than white people. Because think about it. Country is black and white. It is not just white. It is not just black. It is black and white. Black and white work together to build everything we see around us. And now this gives the whole, well, we should probably take Aunt Jemima off of the maple syrup because, it's probably really upsetting to the blacks. This is where we are. We're just going to whitewash the shit out of everything, but pretend that it's so that we don't upset black people. Because that's what this is all about. This is not about changing things to be more modern. This is about that changing things to be less anything, to have no flavor, to have no soul, to have no distinction of what it is. Everything is going to look just like the same And there's going to be nothing that differentiates any of these places from each other. And it's just going to be which one is closer to you and do you feel like getting disappointed in. So, anyway, it's some bullshit. That's how I feel about it. There's way more pressing matters in the world today. But for me right now, Cracker Barrel is the top of the list because that's it. Anyway, I love y'all. Goodbye.